Well, hello everyone. Jahr here. I see it's 10 o'clock and we advertised that we were going to start at 10 p.m. Merry Christmas, everyone, from my living room. If you're not from North Carolina and you're watching, if you found us, we're having some bad weather here, some storms and some rains and even a tornado watch. So Rocky and I are here safe and sound and dry in our house. And it's Christmas Eve. And we thought because this Christmas Eve is like none other that I've ever experienced and that probably you've ever experienced, why not do something that we've never done before? And a year ago, if you would have told me that I would be sitting in my living room live streaming on YouTube on Christmas Eve, I would have said, I don't think so. But here we are. So friends, here's sort of what I have planned tonight. This is very casual. This is very low key. Obviously, my dog is jumping all over me while I'm talking, so we'll see what happens. We have Good Shepherd Lutheran in Raleigh has released many worship services over the past couple of weeks. If you are not someone who watches our services frequently, the best way to find them is to just click on subscribe. Subscribe to GSL Raleigh, and you can see all of the other worship services that we have. We just had a live stream service at 7 p.m. Sunday's service was a service of lessons and carols. We have Holden Evening Prayer services there. So if you just want to go back and look at some of the other things that we've been doing in December, please feel free to do that. We also release music minutes, little short music pieces every Tuesday and Friday. Those have been compiled into a playlist now. So if you click on one, it should just stream to the very next one and go from there. So enjoy that. Because we've had so many services and been doing so much with music, I thought tonight we would mainly look at hymns and music and Christmas carols that we have not used yet in the many services that we've had. If you've got a cranberry hymnal, you might want to grab that if you want to sing along. And I thought we would start with one from my youth. This is number 271. I am so glad each Christmas Eve. How perfect way to start. If we have Norwegian speakers who are watching and singing along, please don't judge my Norwegian. I've just kind of picked it up as I've been going. So I am so glad each Christmas Eve. First verse in Norwegian. Jeg så glad for julekveld, de talte Jesus fot. Den nistas kjærlighet som han så, og engler sa han så sånt. I am so glad each Christmas Eve, the night of Jesus' birth. Then like the sun, the stars shone forth, and angels sang on earth. The little child in Bethlehem, he was a king indeed. The wind down from heaven above to help a world in need. He dwells again in heaven's realm, the Son of God today. And still he loves his little ones and hears them when they pray. I am so glad each Christmas Eve, his praises and I sing. He opens down for every child, a palace of a king. it wouldn't have been Christmas Eve at my house if we didn't sing at least a verse of that, especially in Norwegian. Number 276, infant holy, infant lowly. Oh, here's a word of disclaimer. Because there's bad weather, it's possible I might lose power, might lose internet. So if that happens, I'm sorry. We'll figure it out. Number 276, infant holy, infant lowly, is the next one we'll do. The other thing I've learned about live stream, and I've learned this from people who do this all the time, is that many of these tunes, even though the tunes are in the public domain and are not subject to copyright, there are artists out there that have recorded some of these hymns, some of these Christmas carols, and so if that's the case, sometimes YouTube, the algorithms will say, "Oh, that's Mariah Carey singing that," or they might mistake me for Mariah Carey. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because then they'll shut us down. So hopefully nobody has recorded number 276. Infant holy, infant lowly, for his bed a cattle stall, oxen lowing, little knowing, Christ the child is Lord of all. Swiftly singing, angels singing, bells are ringing, tidings bringing, Christ the child is Lord of all. Christ the child is Lord of all. Flocks are sleeping, shepherds keeping vigil till the morning. Saw the glory, heard the story, tidings of a gospel true. Just rejoicing, free from sorrow, praises voicing, greet the morrow. Christ the child was born for you. Christ the child was born for you. So I said I was going to try to not duplicate the hymns that we've done in some of the other services, but luckily for us, there are two different melodies for Away in a Manger. It's Christmas Eve. We have to sing Away in a Manger. We already heard number 277 in Lessons and Carols. So let's sing 278. Number 278, Away in a Manger. Little star and stay by my grave till morning is light. Hear me, Lord Jesus, I ask you to stay close by me forever, and love me, I pray. Some dear children, in your tender care, and fit us forever to live with you. So I think we can all agree that 2020 has been a tough year. And I think it's amazing how so many of these Christmas carols that we have that are so beloved, that are so fitting and so appropriate, address these issues that we're facing. You know, life can be really hard. And I love it when the Christmas carols address that, the hymns we sing and the music that we sing, but especially at Christmas time. Now, our hymn of the day at our 7 o'clock service was O Little Town of Bethlehem, which is number 279. But I think it bears repeating because, and actually these next few Christmas carols we're doing are some of those that just really address the world we live in and how difficult things can be. O Little Town of Bethlehem, number 279. Little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie, above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by, let in thy dark streets shine, the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the things are met in thee tonight. For Christ is born of Mary, and gathered all above, while gorgeous in the angels sing, where all children dream of. All morning stars together, walking the holy path, and praises sing to God my King, and praise to loving earth. How silently the wondrous gift is heard. So God imparts to human hearts the blessings of His word. Now we may its God, but in this world of sin, where meek souls will receive Him, still our dear Christ enters in. O holy child of Bethlehem, descend to us, we pray, as thou dost and enter. Was today, we hear voices angels, the great glad tidings tell. Oh, come to us, abide with us, our Lord in When I was a student in seminary, I served a church that was named Abiding Savior Lutheran. And this was one of their theme hymns. Well, come to us, abide with us. And we always just held out that part. And it just has impacted the way I treat this hymn each time. So well, it's fun to read your comments, everyone. Thanks so much. Thanks for saying hi. Number 282 is another one of those hymns that just really hits the nail on the head. If you really look at the words and really, really sing along with them, it came upon the midnight clear, number 282. You came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of love, from angels bending near the earth to touch their hearts above. Peace on the earth, goodwill to all, from hands of gracious King. The world in sorrow stillness lay, to hear the angels sing. Still through the cloven skies they come, with peaceful wings unfurled, and still their heavenly music floats o'er all the weary world. Above its sad and lonely plains, and on free green, and ever o'er its level sands the blessed angels sing. And you beneath life's crushing load, whose arms are bending low, who toil along the climbing way, with painful steps and slow. Look out for glad and golden hearts, come swiftly on the wing. Oh, rest beside the weary road, and hear the angels sing. For the days are hastening on, my prophecy of wrong, and with the ever circling years shall come the time foretold, and peace shall overwhelm the earth, its ancient splendors view. And on the world the sun, which now the angels sing. Oh, that third verse, doesn't that just sum it all up? Oh, folks, thank you. Thanks for this. Number 286. 286 is a Scandinavian hymn. And again, this is one that I think just really, it feels good to sing this, especially this year. Your little ones, dear Lord, and come your early bed to see, and lighten every soul that we the way to you may find. With songs we hasten to greet and kiss the ground before your feet. Oh, blessed Lord, oh, sweetest light, that gave you birth, our souls delight. Oh, draw us wholly to you, Lord, and to us always accord true faith and love to us in God, that we may hold you in love. Until at last we to proclaim with all your saints a glorious name, in melodies our souls ring, and praise you as the angels do. So, a hymn that I've been hearing about quite a bit this year, pause, is a hymn I remember from my youth. My parents had an album that this hymn was on, and it's called I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. And I'll tell you a little bit about the hymn, and then I'll tell you a little story about my family. So I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day was actually written, it's a Civil War era hymn, words by a Longfellow, who wrote it. And he wrote it 2 years after his wife died, and he wrote it after he learned that his son had been very seriously injured in the Civil War. And so this hymn is as much of a hymn about peace as it is a Christmas carol. I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. And there are actually a couple of verses to this hymn that aren't in hymnals because they're very specifically addressing things that happened in the Civil War. So I won't sing them, but I'll read them to you before this happens. So here are the two verses. Then from each black accursed mouth, he's talking about the cannons, the mouth of a cannon. Then from each black accursed mouth, the cannon thundered in the south, and with the sound the carols drowned of peace on earth, goodwill to men. It was as if an earthquake rent the hearthstones of a continent and made forlorn the households born of peace on earth, goodwill to men. So this is the context that Longfellow was in. Now, the story about my family is that my dad, when I came from a very small town, oh gosh, I've got cousins on this call. Okay, so I came from a very small town, and my dad told the story over and over about when he was a child. He was in a Christmas pageant at the church, like we have, and their class read these verses and his lines, and he remembered his lines. He remembered them by heart, and he remembered that one of his classmates was very nervous and read his lines very fast and kind of in a sing-songy way. So Now, this is an event that probably happened, 90 some years ago. And here we are talking about it even today. So anyway, just kind of a fun story that I remember. Now, I'm going to sing the tune that isn't the hymnal tune, but this is the melody I remember from this album that my parents had. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols, wild and sweet, the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And thought how as the day the belfries of all Christendom and all along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to men, till ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then peal the bells for loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men. Friends, thank you for indulging me and letting me share that song. Love it. This is another one that is not in a hymnal that I remember as a kid, and I remember singing it in elementary school. And I also remember listening to an album of the Concordia Choir in Moorhead, Minnesota, singing this. It's called Winds Through the Olive Trees. Winds Through the Olive Trees. Winds through the olive trees softly did blow, while little Bethlehem long, long ago, sheep on the hillside lay whiter than snow. Shepherds were watching them. Then from the happy sky angels will come, singing their songs of joy. For in a manger cradled me love, Christ came to Bethlehem long, long ago. It's been really fun for me to research a couple of these songs. I honestly decided to do this live stream about 2 days ago. And so this was a surprise. See, somebody's trying to message me. I hope it's not, oh, nope, it's nobody saying that they can't hear me or anything, so that's good. Friends, that is sort of the singing hymn portion that I had prepared for tonight. But I have some other things, some piano solos that I thought I might play. This is from a collection that I have enjoyed playing a lot over the years. In fact, the book wore out. I had to take it and have it spiral bound. So this is kind of a treat for me to be able to share this. I try to play them every Christmas time, and so tonight's the night. This is also the thing that might get us kicked off the internet. So if that happens, I'll see you on the other end. I hope you enjoy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's great having you all here, and I wish you happiest of Christmases, Happy New Year, and until we see each other again in person, be well.